Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Good afternoon, dear friends in Dhamma. Today, we all are gathered here to commemorate the Buddha's birthday, Enlightenment Day, and Mahaparinibbana Day, or passing away. In the morning, we got the opportunity to listen to the birth of the Buddha, how important for us, the way how we can gain happiness through the birth of the Buddha. Now, in this moment, I would like to focus on the Dhamma. What is the importance of the Dhamma? What is the meaning of the Dhamma? The way how we can apply the Dhamma into our day-to-day life. As we know, the Buddha is a human being born into this human world with the help of father Suddhodana, the king Suddhodana, mother Queen Mahamaya. So then it's very clear the Buddha is not a messenger. The Buddha is a human being who born in this world same as us. There's no difference. So then the Buddha explained about his enlightenment. Dhammacakkappavattana Sutta is the first sermon given by the Buddha. There are few words that Buddha explained about his enlightenment. Jnanam udapadi, panya udapadi, vidya udapadi, aloko udapadi. Jnanam means knowledge. That knowledge is not something that you can gain through reading books, listening to lectures. It's the applicable method. Through that method, he gained his own knowledge. That is the knowledge that Buddha mentioned there. Jnanam udapadi. And then vidya udapadi. Vidya, the word vidya, we can translate into the modern language as science. It means in this world, we like to believe something, we like to accept something if it is scientific, proved by science. So vidya udapadi means all these, this knowledge is a result of his experience, his experiments. The Buddha had been done these experiments years and years, numerous time period. There's no any calendar that anyone can count how much time that the Buddha spent as a bodhisattva to get this knowledge. That is the science which is behind this knowledge, scientific knowledge. Basically, the Buddha categorized this scientific knowledge into 4 groups. Present situation, what you are experiencing. The second thing, cause of that results. What kind of results that you are enjoying or experiencing now? There should be hidden thing, that is the cause. Then, what you are wishing. So then, how you can achieve the wishes that you have. This is the scientific method. The present situations, now we all are enjoying or rejecting it, doesn't matter. Now you are experiencing something here. This is the present situation. So the present situation, naturally, it's suffering. You are not satisfied. Even though, dear friends, if you are satisfied in your life, you are not here. You don't come to meditation more. Sitting in this cushion right after heavy lunch. No? You like to go to take a rest. But instead of resting, you are here because there's an issue in this life, in this present moment. That is unsatisfactoriness. Some of you, I know, travel all over from other side to here. He's from Japan, she's from Singapore, and these from Canada. All over. This is and Sri Lanka too. So then why you are coming and why you are traveling here and there, looking something, that is the nature of unsatisfactoriness. The present situation, you have issues. Now we have to find out what are the causes, why we have this unsatisfactoriness with us. We have to investigate. That is the Buddha's method, the scientific approach that Buddha had been proved. So then we have to investigate the causes. Why we are unsatisfactory? Why we are not able to maintain our happiness? What is happening there? There are a lot of things for that. Why we are unhappy, the main reason, main cause, main root is ignorance. Ignorance. We don't see things as they are. For example, collecting things from here and there, and we are creating something. Then we ready to put a label for that. Putting label, we are developing some kind of ideas, thoughts there. Okay, this thing is existing. The thing is existing, but created by you. Now you have concept, thing is existing. This is the misunderstanding part. This is the ignorance. For example, taking piece of wood schedules from here and there, using some kind of gas or petrol, diesel, whatever things that you can start fire there, then with the help of many things, you can make fire. Making fire, then you have concept, this fire is existing. The flame is here, the woods are burning. Now we feel warm here. All these concepts are there now. You're ready to accept, you're ready to think about that. Okay, this fire is existing here. But we, because of our ignorance, we are really connecting with the labels that we already put there. This is the nature of ignorance. So now, because of that ignorance, we ideas, thoughts, basically we can use a word for that, wrong views, wrong ideas, not the real. So then desire arises. Desire arises there. Because of ignorance, now desire arises there. When desires start to arise in your mind, always desire ready to invite many other thoughts. Lust and jealousy. Not only that, particularly anger. Anger. So now you can see ignorance is there, desire is there, also anger. Each and every corner in this world, if there is arguments, if there is a debate, if there is any kind of conflict, all these conflicts, arguments are created by this ignorance, desire. This is the nature of hatred. This is the secret of each and every conflict. So, regarding this, now you can see how many defilements that can arise in our mind. So, it means keeping all these defilements is the only way that we can be happy, to create a happy moment? No. So then happiness is going away from us because of these defilements. What are the defilements that we have? Basically, we know 5 hindrances. There are 5 hindrances. These 5 hindrances are the most dangerous, harmful. We are driving into wrong directions. So therefore, our duty, our responsibility as Buddhist follower to take care of these hindrances. That's the first duty. We have to take care of our hindrances. What are those 5 hindrances? The first one, sensual desire. Sensual desire. There are faculties which we call sensual faculties. Eye, ear, nose, tongue, the body, and the mind. All these bases are the sensual faculties. So now, living in a society, if you want to be happy, if you are willing to develop your happiness, the first thing that you have to do, you have to tame your mind to control these sensual desire. Naturally, we know we like to see things. If there is something attractive, you like to hanging around with these things. That's the nature. Flowers are very beautiful. What does it mean? Our desire is increasing seeing flower. So whatever we looking, we ready to categorize into 2 groups basically. What is that 2 groups? What are the first group? It is beautiful. The other group, it is ugly. Then in between there is something neither beautiful, neither ugly. You're ready to accept it. You are not ready to accept or reject them. If it is beautiful, you like to have it. You accept it then. If it is not beautiful, you are rejecting. You don't like it. But this beauty or ugly, these 2 concepts are the creation of your ignorance and design. So this is the way how we start conflict. If there is something that you feel this is beautiful, then there would be another thought, I like it. This is the way how we develop attachment. I like it. So you like it. Same time, there would be another person who likes same thing. Now there is a conflict. Same time, there are people, I mean, just think about the 2 people are ready to accept it. They like to keep with them. But the resources are limited. Only 1 roses. The 2 people are here. They both are willing to have that rose. Now, there's a conflict. So this is the way how we create conflict ourselves. This is the nature of unhappiness. Our desire driving into wrong directions. So if we are not able to satisfy ourselves, so then we're ready to fight. We're ready to make arguments. We're ready to prove, I'm the right person. You are wrong. I'm the right person. Because of our ignorance. So, in this mundane world, We are living with conventional truth, still not in absolute truth. So, living in this conventional truth, the Pali word for this one, sammati loka, sammati loka. So, in this conventional world, yes, there are things. Time to time, yes, of course, we have to use these things. We need these things, but we have to open our mind to deal with these thoughts, to recognize what are these roots really, which roots are connected and arise in my mind as a thoughts. We have to be open our mind. That is mindfulness. Now you are getting there to mindfulness. So therefore, now we know to maintain happiness, to be a peaceful person, we need mindfulness. We need mindfulness. Otherwise, we are in trouble with one thing, take one thing, sensual desire. Around the world, in this world, because of this sensual pleasure, one of main hindrance, we are making so many mistakes without knowing. For example, just think about ourselves. We are very unfortunate and depending on others, very poor people. We are depending on others. Perhaps you might think, no, I'm not depending on someone else. I can do everything myself. No, we are depending on others. For example, just think about the clothes that you are wearing. Do you have meaning why you are wearing your clothes? No. You bought it according to the advertisement that you made. According to that, who made that advertisement? The people who uh, produce these things, who want to sell these things for others, they make these advertisements. So you ready to buy that according to their advertisements, the way how they advise, the way how they introduce us. Basically, we know if they created new style, they're ready to perform different kind of things to introduce that one to us. Using the person, somebody else. They can hire a body to sew. Then that person ready to wear it to sew us. Looking at that person, we are taking ideas and thoughts. Oh, I wish I could have that one. I wish better to have that one. All the thoughts are there, creating desire and driving through that desire to buy it. So if you are not able to buy it, so you are suffering again there. Even though you bought it, you are suffering again. As Bhante Ji mentioned, buy one, get one free. So then you are trying to buy it, after that you are suffering. So this is the way how we suffer. This is the meaning of suffering. The wound that you have, this is the nature of our ignorance mind full of ignorance, so then desire arises there. But basically, five hindrances are arising there. We are suffering. That is the nature of sensual desire. That's why unsatisfactoriness arising in our mind and driving us into wrong direction. To do bad things, harmful things, ourselves and for others too. It's happening because we are blind, we are not able to think, so then we are driving into wrong directions to do wrong thing. So then the second one, ill will, vyapada. When someone living with desire and ignorance, thinking about something to destroy is not a big deal for that person because full of ignorance and desire. These two thoughts are very powerful. You can do an investigation yourself. If something happened to you or you did something, killing or harming any living beings, investigate yourself what was there. Your ignorance, your desire, these are the powerful energy which created that activities, that actions, bad actions, particularly unwholesome action. So, ill will, I mean, you can see sometimes people do some kind of unwholesome activities regarding killing and stealing and also disturbing others, all these unwholesome things because of their ill will. I would like to use a story which I read in the public newspapers. There was a doctor who was very humble, gentle, and supportive doctor for his patients. And while he was practicing there, another doctor came to same village. He also started a clinic there. Both of them are practicing in same village. Somehow, the one who is gentle and humble and helping his patients very kindly, he became popular. Most of the people like to go and see him. So then he was doing well there in his business. Somehow other doctor, who don't have much patience, he was unhappy. He was kind of developing his angry thoughts to that person because of his unhappy ignorance, desire, all these are connecting together, now working together, ill will arise. So then he made a plan to kill that doctor, hiring some people, smugglers or underworld teams. Then he gave a contract to kill and destroy that private clinic, which was very success. So then he did that, using hiring some people. At the end, what happened? The police was able to find out what was the program was there, who was involved in the things, and then finally that doctor, was in custody by the police and then went to Vedic and then finally he got death sentence. His original plan was to become a success practitioner, disturbing another one who was practiced there. At the end, because of his ill will, he ended up his life in the jail. In the jail. So now you can see desire was there, anger was there. Yes, of course, mainly ignorance was there. Now he was involved in killing, became a useless person. Useless person. He was successful. He educated, he developed his professional qualification, to become a professional, but at the end, he destroyed himself, his whole life. What was the secret there? Secret is here, ill will. Why he had that ill will thoughts? Because of ignorance and desire. Ignorance and desire. Now you can see, we are creating our unhappy stages ourselves. Nobody created for us. But normally what kind of thoughts we have, we are thinking, oh, that person is the problem. I'm not the problem. He's making problem for me. We always ready to point out someone else about our weaknesses. My anger is the anger that I have to recognize. But unfortunately, oh, I have anger because of him. This is the way how we have to complain. I have angry thoughts because of, I don't like to see him. I don't like to see that person. So we ready to point out someone else. But anger is here with me. I don't know that. Ignorance is here with me, but I am not able to recognize it. All unwholesome thoughts are arising in my mind, not there, but I can't see it. Why? Because my mind is not a healthy mind. My mind is not developed mind. So therefore, I have duty, I have responsibility to develop my mind. That is my goal. Practicing as a Buddhist, my goal is to develop my mind. We are making that promises ourselves. Buddham saranam gacchami, Dhammam saranam gacchami, Sangham saranam gacchami. We go 3 refuge. The word that you use there, refuge, I don't like it, but it's a religious word. That's why it doesn't give us a real meaning. The Pali word, Buddham Saranam Gacchami means I'm ready to follow. I'm determined in myself to follow the Buddha's footprint. That is the meaning. The Buddha's footprints. It does not mean to become a refuge there. But I don't know. I'm not an English person. I'm not expert about that. But English translation is there as refuge. I go refuge. The Buddha said, I'm not a god to make it changatapangakataru. I'm just helping you, showing the path you have to apply. So I'm just a teacher. I'm not a person who is coming from, who is working for Salvation Army. The Buddha did not work for Salvation Army. Buddha was a teacher. So therefore, we don't ask any support from Buddha for our own liberation. We have to practice it. So therefore, we as a Buddhist follower, we are making promises ourselves to follow the Buddha's footprints. It means we have to apply the teachings of the Buddha to our day-to-day life. It's different. Each and every person might have to start in different steps. It's different steps. That's why you can see this nature. There are 84,000 sermons delivered by the Buddha. So each and every discourse is starting in different level. Davuchirya, who met the Buddha while the Buddha was getting ready to go to alms round, Venerable Sir, please give me Dhamma. Please give me a sermon. Then the Buddha refused. No, I am busy. I am on the way to alms round. This is not the time to give Dhamma talk. Again, he was begging, please, please, please. Then looking at him, recognizing his ego, The Buddha gave a very short Dhamma, ditte dittamattam, sute sutamattam. Ditte dittamattam, that's it. Sute sutamattam. Ditte dittamattam, what you see things as they are. What you hear things as they are. That's it. Normally, it is not able to understand the people who don't know the Dhamma. What does it mean? See things as they are? Yes, we are looking everything as they are. What is the problem there? What is the problem? There's no problem. Seeing things as they are means not just use your wicked eye, use your mind to see things as they are. What is the reality is there? So the reality is there are three characteristics: impermanence, suffering, and selfness. Same as there's a concept that we use in conventional truth, me, myself. We have this concept. Use this concept to understand this reality. Is me permanent? No, it is impermanent. Is me full of happiness? No, it's suffering. Is me, can you claim as a myself? No, it's selfless. If it is myself or it belongs to me, so then it's supposed to, we have to have power to control it. Don't grow it much. I don't like to have gray hair. Don't have gray hair for me. Can you control it that way? Nobody can. Each and every day I'm trying to reduce my age, but I can't do it. I have been trying. I can't do it. Without telling me it's going up. Always that thoughts are controlling me. I'm not able to control that thought. So this is the nature. So then selfless. I can't claim this is me, myself. I can't claim it. Now you can see impermanence, suffering, selfless. This is the reality. This is the reality. It doesn't matter you are living here in this country or another country, another world, another realms, doesn't matter. This is the reality. This is the universal nature. The Buddha said in Dhamma Sutra, whether Tathagata appears in this world or not, this truth would be exist. This is the Dhamma. So the teachings of the Buddha completely about these three things. Completely about these three things: impermanence, suffering, and selflessness. But our thoughts that we have, that we maintain, desire, ignorance, and hatred, not able to understand this nature. This nature is blocking by these unwholesome thoughts. This is the reality. That's why we are not able to see things as they are. That is the sermon given by the Buddha to Daruchini. But in other audience, the Buddha delivered another sermon which we call Blessed Discourse, Mahamangra Sutra. In Mahamangra Sutra, you don't see these teachings of the Buddha there. Mahamangra Sutra, you ready to say, oh, okay, don't associate police, associate vice. Then you ready to categorize people, to judge people. That person is wise, is a wise person. This is not a wise person. He is a foolish guy. I associate him. I don't want to talk to him because he is a foolish. That person is a wise person, so I want to associate him. I want to talk to him. I want to listen to him. Now you are discriminating them. You are discriminating them. But what is the real meaning there? Even though even that states are also connected with that nature. In here, conventionally, there are some, and absolutely, there are some. So don't mix together these two things. Take absolute truth as absolute truth, conventional truth as conventional truth. While you are living in this mundane world as a mundane person, there are so many concepts. All these are regarding conventional truth. So then what is the nature of conventional truth? Subject to change. Subject to change. Each and every moment is supposed to change. So therefore, any of these conventional truth accept, having that idea and thoughts in your mind. Maintain that thoughts. Okay, this subject to change. I know the nature of this. So that is the meaning of don't associate foolish, associate wise. Things that you recognize as absolute truth, it is eternal. But the conventional truth is not eternal. It is subject to change. I mean, for example, just think about modern biologists are very powerful. Modern biologists are very powerful. They have a lot of explanations about our body, sicknesses, the way how you can treat. All these informations are there. But don't take each and every their advices as this is the truth. Accept it, follow it, but keep in your mind, this is not the truth. This is truth for now. You have to follow it, that's fine. But don't take as the truth. It is not the truth. For now, yes. That's why long time ago, they said, this is good for this. Now they're ready to say, this is not good for that. This is good for this. They're changing the concept. This is the nature of modern science. So therefore, the Buddha advised there in that particular stanza, conventional truth take as conventional truth, absolute truth take as absolute truth. That is the meaning of asevanacha balana panditanancha sevana. Now it is connected with Dharacharya's story. What Buddha said to Dharacharya, see things as they are. So therefore, the Dhamma is very deep. Don't take just outside idea, listening to Dhamma. Try to get in there, inside, in deeper level. Then you can taste the Dhamma, real taste of Dhamma. Each and every corner you feel same taste. That's why the Buddha used a simile. My teacher is like an ocean. Taking Indian map as a simile, the Buddha said, Ganga, Yamuna, all these rivers are connected to the river. When all these rivers connected together, the water becomes same taste, that is salt. It doesn't matter whether it is coming from Ganga, Yamuna, whatever river, it doesn't matter, same taste. This is the uniqueness of the teachings of the Buddha. There are 84,000 sermons, it doesn't matter. If it is not explaining Four Noble Truths, Noble Eightfold Path, these three significant things, impermanence, suffering, and selflessness, that is not Dhamma. Each and every Dhamma word explain these things, Four Noble Truths, Noble Eightfold Path, and these three characteristics, impermanence, suffering, and selflessness. So this is the nature. Now we have to realize that scientific method, Four Noble Truth, the nature is these three characteristics. So to realize that Four Noble Truth, the scientific method, for what? To realize this nature, the reality. impermanence, suffering, and selflessness. Who apply Noble Eightfold Path, they are the people who can see this program, the way how it's happening. The reality is here, three characteristics. So then seeing these three characteristics, you can realize, okay, suffering, cause of suffering, cessation, the way how you can end suffering, you can realize it. So to realize and to practice that form of the Noble Eightfold Path, we need some kind of vision. That is why Four Noble Truth started with Samadhi, right view, which is very important. So these are regarding right views. These are regarding the teachings, the Buddha's teachings, regarding right views, which we can use to develop our mind. In here, the second one, third one, sloth and torpor, tina midda. This is very dangerous kilesa, defilements. Sloth and torpor is very dangerous. Dear friends, when you get when you are sitting in front of the TV, you don't know how many minutes you spend there. Without time is running there. Not running actually, right? Time is flying there. But when you come to meditation hall to meditate, you're counting each and every second. When this is going to end? When this is going to end? When the time Bhante going to ring the bell? Now also you have thought, when he is going to end Dhamma talk? When he is going to end Dhamma talk? This is the nature of sloth and torpor. This is the Defilements. But when you go to carnival, sometimes hours and hours you are spending there, but you don't feel it. You don't feel it. Hours and hours. In here in the meditation hall, you have cushions to sit, and you have temperature control here. Everything fine. You have enough lights and everything fine. But there in the carnival, you don't have anything. You don't have air condition, you don't have heating, you don't have anything. Sometimes it might be raining, you don't care. You are sitting on mud, you don't care. You're spending time. So this is the nature of sloth and torpor, Defilements. To do some wholesome things, our mind is not supporting us. The energy is not there. That's why we need energy and effort. The Buddha practiced energy and effort as a parami. As a parami. This is very important. If you don't have energy and effort, no way to think about any results. It is impossible. So energy and effort is very important in our life. So therefore, to control our Defilements, sloth and torpor, we have to develop our energy and effort. Pali word is virya. Virya. Mentally and physically both, but very important, mental energy. Mental energy is very important. We can manage our physical energy, but we have to develop our mental energy, which is very important. And the fourth one, restlessness and worry. Uddhachaku kuccha. Our mind always running here and there. The meditator who are coming to start meditation in here, always they're asking a question. But when I'm sitting there, my mind is going here and there all the time. Yes, that is the nature of our mind. You don't have to worry about it. Seeing that nature is the persistent. If you know your mind is running here and there, then you can do something to control your mind. That is it's completely dependent on your energy and effort. So this is the nature of our mind. It's ready to run here and there. That's why the Buddha used few similes. Varijo tale kitto komo kata bato. It's like mind like a fish which just came out the water. is always trying to go back to order. So same as our mind always like to hanging around with past experiences and future plans. Always. The mind doesn't like to stay in the present. We have to push. We have to develop energy. Come and stay there in the present moment to experience this moment. So that's why we have to take care of this restlessness. Restlessness. Our mind is not stable. It's to continue something, to keep something in your mind and connecting with your practice. So you have to address restlessness, which is very important. And doubt, the last one, vicikiccha, doubt. Doubt is very dangerous, very harmful thoughts. If you are living with doubt, you can't be sammaditthi. That's why in the morning I mentioned, if you don't have confidence about your mom, if you don't have confidence about your dad, if you don't have confidence about the Buddha means not the person. The highest achievement that human beings can achieve, that is Buddhahood. If you don't have that confidence, so the Dhamma, the teaching, the universal nature, if you don't have a confidence about the universal nature, the Sangha, who already apply that universal nature and who already experience the results of their practice, that is Sangha. If you don't have confidence about them, so then you are in wrong views. You don't have open mind there. So therefore, doubt is one of dangerous, unwholesome thoughts. That's why it's part of 5 hindrances. We have to take care of it. If we are not addressing our doubt, we are really in trouble. There is no journey. There is no journey if we are not addressing doubt. So, as I mentioned, confidence about your mom and dad is the best step to develop your practice your noble eightfold path. If someone don't have confidence about their parents, mother and father, so they are not able to attain Nibbana, basically, right? That is the way how they start wrong ways. That is way how they develop miccāditthi. Miccāditthi. So therefore, wrong views, doubts has a connection. So the wrong views driving into, be a doubtful person, you know what would be the nature of your mind if you are living with doubt. It's very dangerous, very harmful. So these 5 hindrances are very dangerous. We have to address these 5 hindrances. We have to control these 5 hindrances. That is our duty. That is the meaning of Dhamma practice. We practice Dhamma to control our hindrances. First, we have to put effort to control. Then we have to develop our effort and energy to reduce. Then we can eliminate all these 5 hindrances. As you know, attaining first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, and fourth jhana, in this level, you can completely away from these 5 hindrances. Even though you are not attaining enlightenment, you can enjoy the life without affecting these 5 hindrances in that level, jhana level. But you as a mundane person, just think about you don't have any jhanic power, any mental power, but you can meditate few minutes. If you can meditate few minutes, even that time, if you can concentrate well, you can away from 5 hindrances. Sensual pleasure is not arising there. Sloth, torpor, ill will, doubt, any of these hindrances are not coming there. You can manage. Then see your mind. How nice, how wonderful, how enjoyable they are. in that moment without these five hindrances. So this is the way how you can develop your interest to get rid of these defilements from your mind forever. If you don't have that feelings in your practice, you don't have any interest about that. That's why at that moment they ready to say, I don't want to attain enlightenment. I want to enjoy this very life. That is fine. But you have to understand what is the concept of enlightenment. Why we want to attain enlightenment? What is the reason? We want to attain enlightenment, get rid of suffering, not something else. To get rid of suffering, we are suffering a lot. So many reasons. Making arguments, debates, we are fighting each other. So we don't have any satisfactoriness there. That's why we want to attain enlightenment. So then enlightenment means we're ready to eliminate all these defilements. So next one we call petals, sangyojana. Sangyojana, that's the second one. The most dangerous one is hindrances. Second, we can categorize as a second group, sangyojana. There are 10 sangyojanas. 10 petals. Self-illusion, the first one, sakkaya ditthi. Self-illusion, sakkaya ditthi. Me, myself. This body is me. We are holding very thoroughly. This is me. Don't touch me. Don't look at me. You know, so many ways that you can see. No trespassing. No trespassing. That is also because of this self-illusion. No trespassing. This belongs to me. You're not supposed to cross here. And also in our neighborhood, there was a notice board. We light our guns. You might be our target movies. We had that notice board there in our neighbor's place. What does it mean? Illusions. That is ego. That is me, myself. Self-illusions is there. The people believe guns. Don't cross here. I'm going to shoot you. What does this mean? This is my property. You're not supposed to cross here. But think about 100 years ago. Who was there? 100 years ago, they wasn't there. Even their grandparents wasn't there. None of relatives was there in this property also. Think about today we are here. We did not born in this place. We don't have any heritage in here in this place, which is coming from generation to generation. We are here. Now we have ownership. Don't come to Bhavana society, it's me. It's mine. Developing my self-illusion, what we are doing. We are developing our unwholesome thoughts, which is harmful, dangerous. So, therefore, as a Dhamma practitioner, we have to control these fetters. That is our duty, that is our responsibility. So the next one, doubt, vicikiccha again, an attachment to rituals and rites and rituals, which we call Silabrata Paramas in Pali, and sensual desire, kama chanda, ill will, vyapada, desire for material existence, ruparaga, desire for immaterial existence, aruparaga, conceit, mana, restlessness, suddhacha, ignorance, avidya. These are the 10. Already I discussed some other also. So, practicing Dhamma, we are trying to control, reduce these influence. How much we can control these defilements, that much happiness we can increase there in our mind. This is the development of our mind. We are free from these hindrances, fetters. So our happiness is here, is increasing. So next we have anusaya, underlying tendencies. There are 7 anusayas, which we call sensual lust, avesa, patiga, view ditti, clinging to view or opinions, doubt, vichikicha again, conceit, mana, and desire for existence, bhavaraga, avidya, ignorance. These 7 are considered as a underlying tendency. Tendencies are very subtle. Hindrances, very easy to understand, but a little bit, but anusaya is very subtle. It is not easy sometimes to understand in once. The other one is fluxes, asrava, sensual flux, existent flux, bhavasrava, kamasrava, dittasrava, view flux, and ignorance flux, avidyasrava. Some suttas it's explained 3 asavas, some sutta explain as 4 asavas. So these 4 things, nivarana, sanyojana, asrava, anusaya. These 4 things are the things which always driving us into wrong directions and polluting our mind. These are the hindrances. So in here we have numbers, few numbers, but according to the Venerable Chandavimala Thera, there are 1,500 defilements which can arise in our mind regarding this. So it is not easy. So we have to fight with these 1,500 defilements. We have to control these 1,500 defilements. We have to eliminate these 1,500 defilements. That is our duty as Buddhist practitioner. To control, to reduce, to eliminate, what we have to do? Only 3 things: meditation, generosity, and observances, precepts. That's it. Very simple. 3 things, only 3 things that you have to do. Take it easy, very simple. Sabbada sila sampanno, you have to take care of your word and actions every and each moment, not just for one day, each and every moment. Watch your mind, watch your words and actions. Be mindful means that. So you can see my actions, my words are coming because of my wicked mind or my clean, developed mind. These are the very important thoughts that you have to keep in your mind. Be mindful means that you know your actions. What is the results of this action? What are the hidden roots of this action? What are the hidden roots of these words? Seeing that roots, pay full attention to control that unwholesome. If it is unwholesome, control it. So this is the way how you can be mindful living in the society. It is not easy, but we have to develop our mindfulness. Developing mindfulness, we can gain concentration. Gaining concentration, we can gain wisdom. The person who gained wisdom, he is the person who can see impermanence, suffering, and selflessness. Who has that ability? They are the people who has disenchantment. Oh, this sensual world is not the place to be happy or establish our inner peace. They have that thoughts and ideas there because of their understanding, their realization. So then they're ready to practice and to understand Four Noble Truths. They can eliminate all the defilements and they can establish their peace, happiness forever through their practice. So Dhamma for this. The Buddha appeared in this world to teach us. not just teach. He realized everything through his experiences, his researches, and then he explained the path in different ways. 84,000 ways the Buddha explained this same thing. Same thing. 84,000 ways. So it is very supportive for us to learn Dhamma, practice Dhamma for our own liberation. So if we can develop energy and effort on this significance day, celebrating the Buddha's birthday, that is the best offering that you can offer to the Buddha. So please develop your energy and effort to enjoy this very life with this full of metta, loving kindness, and compassion. Also, all other powerful energies are there. So my talk is wind up then now. Mainly I want to focus on the Dhamma. What is the purpose of Dhamma? The way how we can achieve this goal, the barriers that we have in this very life to achieve that goal, to give a brief summary. That was my main idea in this talk. I hope you get something. So, but that is not enough. You have to listen to Dhamma again and again. Dhamma is not something that you're supposed to keep in books and with somebody else. You have to claim your ownership. This is my Dhamma. Until that, you may not be able to experience. So therefore, don't depend on us. Don't depend on us. You have to gain your experiences and you have to connect with that Dhamma knowledge with your experiences. That is the most important thing, without depending on teachers or the books. So keeping this in your mind, let us practice. You will have a peaceful, wonderful, happy Vesak celebration. May we all be able to attain ultimate bliss of Nibbana. Thank you very much.